travel is one of the well-known themes in media. From my childhood Doraemon to iconic movies like Back to the Future to the current massive hit Avengers Endgame. It is a very popular trope. Culture people immediately remember Steins Gate when talking about time travel. However, doing time travel that satisfies everybody is very difficult to achieve. The main difficult part is to explain how time travel works and the limitations it has. In one case, having a complex explanation, to the other being too overpowered. Both of these hamper the whole plot of the show. If the setting is not done correctly, it leaves viewer with confusion and plot holes. The most recent example of this is from the Endgame movie. Nerds are still scratching their heads on some scenes of the movie. Despite its limitations, at this very moment, coincidentally, two time travel animes are airing, Tokyo Revengers and Bokutachi no Remake. To begin with Bokutachi no Remake, I was having an inner conflict whether it actually was a time travel anime or not. What certified it as a time travel anime was this scene where Kyoya, the main character, changed decisions, changed future events. Adult Kyoya's life was very miserable. Leaving his office job, he was determined to pursue his dream to work in any field of the game industry. Unfortunately, it did not turn out as he had planned. The sales of the game weren't good, which basically made the company bankrupt. Everything was going bad, but he did not lose hope. He applied for job interviews and finally got an internship in a respected company. His determination was oozing from my screen. He labeled the files, categorized them, and also helped his seniors. He did everything he could to leave the best impression. However, life did not go as planned again. The project he was part of got cancelled, leaving him unemployed again. All the things he worked hard for simply vanished in front of his eyes. Life always throws a curveball at you in the worst moments. Finding himself in such a depressing situation, he went back to the place of his birth. As most of us can relate, when everything goes wrong, you remember all the negatives and regrets of your past. Kyoya's biggest regret was even though he was accepted into his desired university, he did not apply there because of the insecurities he felt at that time. He told himself if he could have gone back in time, he would definitely change that one decision, and miraculously, that wish became reality. He went back in time to that very decision. The bells of a new start were ringing in the life of Kyoya. In this new life, he with the Platinum members start their brainstorming and have the time of their life. Shinoaki is definitely one of my waifus of this season. This show leaves a warm fuzzy feeling inside your body. Slice of life anime at its best. Bokutachi no Remake gives me some vibes of Sakura Show, which is my favorite slice of life anime. I get that raw emotion of trying to achieve something while watching this show. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't watched this. Tokyo Revenger, on the other hand, is the story of how Takemichi will become a Chad. Takemichi, before all the time travel shenanigans, was well pathetic. Not only was he weak physically, he was weak in spirit as well. He and his friends had a goal to be the top gang in all of Japan. They dyed their hair to look more gangsters, but one day, this act will forever put their lives into misery. To gain more followers, they went to fight with another gang. This gang was way too powerful for them. They got bullied for the rest of their lives. Unable to handle it, Takemichi leaves the town that gave him nothing but sorrow. Fast forward to the future, Takemichi works in a store as a cashier. On one particular day, however, he hears on the news that his ex-girlfriend Hinata is dead. Thinking many people have similar names, he begins his uneventful day like usual. But as he was doing this, somebody pushes him onto a train. At this moment, his life was flashing before him. But something mystical happens. He finds himself at the prime of his life in his middle school days. He went back in time. Takemichi from here on tries to save his lover Hina-chan. Without any explanation, it is found that whenever Takemichi shakes hands with Naota, Hina-chan's brother, they leap forward or backward in time. From the information given by Naota and the sheer determination shown by Takemichi, Takemichi the weak tries to be the top of Toman group. Takemichi first starts his epic journey by being friends with Toman leader Mikey. Mikey from birth had an affinity to fighting. He is very young but also very charismatic. Takemichi caught Mikey's eye when he showed Mikey his tenacity. From this point forward, Takemichi shows his will to save Hina-chan. The whole plot of Tokyo Revenger revolves around the thought process of having an ideal future where everyone ends up happy. I am always surprised at the pictures this anime portrays to the viewers. Yes, this show doesn't have explosions or complex choreos, however, it does contain the emotions every fight should have. You genuinely start to root for Takemichi even if he is weak and not compelling as a character. This anime proves that humans are cruel and ugly but beautiful at the same time. What really surprised me were the parallels that can be drawn from Tokyo Revengers and Bokutachi no Remake. When watching both animes, there are not a lot of similarities that can be drawn. Bokutachi no Remake is much more family friendly that just warms your heart. In contrast to the wholesomeness of Bokutachi no Remake, Tokyo Revenger showed the audience the raw emotion and ugly nature of humankind. But both anime bear fruit from the same tree. Tokyo Revengers and Bokutachi no Remake main objective is to have a future where everyone's life is ideal. In case of Tokyo Revenger, it is to stop the schemes of Kisaki, concluding in preventing Mikey from being evil. Similarly, Bokutachi no Remake is Koya to be worthy to have his name on the Platinum Era. Both shows contain many strengths and few weaknesses. I enjoy both of them. To compare, I like Tokyo Revengers more overall, but Bokutachi no Remake waifus are better in my eyes. Hina-chan is a top tier waifu too, by the way. I really appreciate their approach to time travel. Usually if a time travel concept is introduced in a franchise, it is the key part of the show. Everything revolves around the quote-unquote time manipulation. However, these two animes are different. The center theme of these two animes is not time travel, but rather the character interaction. How the characters behave with each other and how they cope with different situations. In Tokyo Revengers, the side characters are exponential. They do their job effortlessly and make Takemichi's goals seem impossible to grasp. But in case of Bokutachi no Remake, through Kyoya's intelligence and wit, it helps the collective of the Drum strive for their dreams. It's not about Kyoya's dream alone, but the whole team itself. Hence the title, Bokutachi no Remake, meaning our remake, not my remake. I'm happy that Tokyo Revenger is getting popular. It definitely deserves it. I really do wish though that Bokutachi no Remake to also be popular. Both of them make me excited every week. This is most of the things I want to say for both shows. If you have reached here, thank you for watching till the end. Have a nice one everyone. This is Dungeon signing out.